You won a lot of awards. I heard. You won a communications award. You won team awards. You basically were selected as the top performer in the junior executive committee, right?
Yes.
And tell us all about that. Like, how are you able to do that year on year? And this happened like literally every year.
Yeah, so actually I guess that was luck and fate, and also my passions for work. And I am a little bit curious about everything, and whenever I do something, I put a mindset like I want to really know how can I say the reasons behind every single thing, behind all the observation that I can see. And this is the starting point for my passion with work. And also I receive a lot of support from my supervisor and also my manager, so that we can do really, really good in our work. So yeah, I think this is also goes to my managers as well.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Would love to chat a lot more about that, because I do know that being able to achieve all of this, there is a certain amount of habit and practice that is required. It doesn't just happen by luck, and it doesn't just happen without practice. So what are some of the key traits in your personality or in your habit that do you think might be different from everybody else that enables you to perform so well year after year?
Well, I think one of the most important things in my personality is that I am always very passionate about everything I do. Yeah. And also, I will keep thinking about like how to be very strict, how to be very professional with whatever I do in my work as well. So these are the two things, these are the two personalities that I try to maintain throughout every aspect of my life and my work, which also contribute to my little achievement.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing. That was pretty nice as a conversation starter. Conversation starter to talk about work. What a conversation starter. but we love it here at IFO. So, comparing you now and you 1 year ago, how have you changed, and what's the most memorable event to you that contributed to these changes?
Well, fortunately, I think I've changed a lot in a good way. I'm no longer a person who lacks understanding and compassion to the others. Well, actually, the most unforgettable things in my 2-year journey in Adelaide was when I worked as a part-time kitchen hand in a Vietnamese restaurant. And I think that experience has taught me a lot of lessons, because I got to know how hard it's work for the chef, for the front of house staff, and also for the kitchen hand to complete their work. And those are the behind the scene things that we as a customer would never know. And since then, I've developed a new habit to clean up by myself after I have meals at the restaurant. And I think this is the lesson about how we show compassion, how we show empathy to the other people from the other backgrounds. The second change in myself, I can say, is I've become more confident and also self-aware than I was 2 years ago, because the learning, the studying, and also the working experience here in Adelaide has given me a lot of chance to engage in the self-development activity, so that I can realize my passion, my direction, and also my strengths and shortcomings. Yeah, so I guess, I've changed a lot, and luckily in a good way, after 2 years.
Now, you studied the Masters of Entrepreneurship and Innovation.
Yeah.
You graduated with high distinction. I believe it's a 6.82 over a 7, because in Australia it's on a 7 scale, not on a 10 scale or 100. How did you achieve that after a long time of not studying?
Well, honestly, that was very tough for me at the beginning. Back to the time, my English was very average. I mean, now it's still very average. Apart from that, I did have a lot of difficulties. Like, I did feel really, really homesick, and I didn't know how to do my assignment in an academic and scientific way. But luckily, after 3 months, after 1 trimester in Australia, with a lot of support from the supervisor, from the coursemate, and of course from the uni and the professor, I gradually felt a little bit better. And one of the most important lessons that I have for myself is that I should try to be very mindful of whatever I'm doing and why I'm doing what I'm doing. And this is for me to understand the problems that I'm facing and try to figure out a way to deal with them. And also, if I can't solve it by myself, I can know how to seek support from the other senior people. So I guess being mindful and knowing what we are doing are the key things here.
Now you probably have acquired a lot of skills being a market researcher.
Yeah.
Why did you initially want to choose this role, and how did it really influence your interest in innovation and entrepreneurship?
Well, so personally speaking, I think I am a type of very curious person who like to know about some whys behind everything, and market research can help me to do that. It can help me to understand the scientific reasons behind any observation. For example, when we do market research on consumer, we got to know why they do what they do and the motivations and the reason behind their behavior. And the working experience as a market research also benefits me in several ways in my life and also in my work. In terms of work, it can help me to realize the opportunity on the market using all the skill set from working as a market research analyst. And from my life, it helped me to really understand and empathize with the people more easily. Because, now when I do tutoring at the uni, I can understand that some students might be very shy to speak up even though they have a lot of questions. And understanding that, I decided to be the last person to leave the classroom because some of the students will want to talk to me in person after the classroom. So I think all of the experience really works in my case. Yeah.
That's really, really, really interesting.